I thought on this episode of The Adventures of Bumpskey, we would talk about the stadium arena experience versus the bar experience. Over the past 50 years, I've seen thousands of live performances. I love the experience of a live show in the 70s, but after going to big events in huge arenas and stadiums, I've decided to shine the light on the differences between large shows and bar shows today. First, the large venue experience. The first step is getting your tickets. Depending on your choices on this step, you could pay $80 to thousands of dollars. There are choices like general admission, platinum, or choice seats, many VIP packages, and meet and greet packages which may or may not include a ticket to the show. Some bands even sell passes to their sound check, on-stage experiences, and special areas in front of or behind the stage where they set up little clubs for partying and gathering for fans. Once you have your tickets, it's always a good idea to get prepaid parking. Parking can run from $35 and up depending on the location of the event. Then you might need cash for food and drinks before the event for that special tailgating experience. Depending on how many people you're talking about, that could be another $100. And how about merch? If I'm going to see my favorite band, I'm going to need some merch. Shirts, hats, jackets, stickers, buttons, and the list goes on. That's easily another $100. Then at some point, I'm going to need at least something to drink and probably something to nibble on too. There's another $25 to $50 per person. You also need to add any tolls or gas to the total. Maybe you take a car service or mass transportation, but whatever way you get there, you have to add that to the cost of the total. If you don't have a meet and greet package, there's no way that you're going to meet the artist that you went to see. So now let's compare a large venue experience to a small venue bar experience. Some small venues in New York City use ticket services and all take cash at the door, like small clubs. At the bar venue level, parking is usually free. If you're in a city, you'll have to pay for parking. So let's say $35, your food in the bar another $35, or you can just eat before you go. The cover charge for small bars is usually $10, and mid-sized bars could go up to about $30, like in venues in New York City. Most times the bands are hanging out either before the show or after they are done. You usually can say hi and talk to most of them. They'll let you know if they don't want to be bothered. The best way to show your support for smaller bands is at this table. Buy a bunch of stuff and give it out to friends. If you like the band, they might too. So spend $50 and get a t-shirt, a CD, a download, who knows? If you have more money, spend it here. So I've based this on some of the experiences that I've had, and I think I enjoy the smaller clubs better. There's not many experiences better than walking into a bar and hearing great music surround you. They all can't be winners, but by searching, that's how we find treasures. Big shows had their time and a place, but now they have a price. Smaller shows have a vibe and a connection to the music that it needs. For me, there's nothing better than walking into a sweaty club, smelling a beer, and hearing some great music. Peace, everybody.
Way back in 2010, this little down under band, we were touring America then. North and south, up and down the east coast. Hard, fun, and tough, and there are things you remember most. In a New Jersey town, a friendly voice called out like a familiar sound. Took us on into their home, the mighty ever-loving Bumpskey radio and TV show. Mighty ever-loving Bumpskey radio, for all your love and kindness, helping people shine. For all bands like us, you giving up your time, we all thank you and wish you so well. Bumpskey, happy 25. Bumpskey, happy 25. Bumpskey, happy 25. Happy 25, Bumpskey.
Thank you, Morty, from the On Fires. From Australia. Thank you. Maybe that won't fall over. We'll see what happens. Welcome, y'all. Welcome to the Bumpskey Show. My personal therapy session, where all I have to do is stop myself from going insane. That's all I have to do. I have no pressure, no other pressure. And try not to piss anybody off, right? There you go. Stop myself from going insane and try not to piss anybody off. Two valuable things. When I first started doing this show, I had met this guy who was into broadcasting on the internet, and his name was Rick Siegel. And he's still alive as far as I know. So his name is Rick Siegel. And I said to him, is there anything I need to know about broadcasting on the internet? Because nobody was really doing it. And he said, well, Jerry, the only thing I can tell you is never threaten the President of the United States and never threaten the King of England. And you should be okay. And I don't really threaten people, so I wasn't too worried about that. But unfortunately, whatever that guy is, Jimmy Kimmel, he's too stupid. And then he's like, oh, well, Donald Trump made a joke about himself dying. Yeah, dude, you can do that. You can make jokes about yourself dying, but you can't make jokes about the president dying, and it's in very bad taste to make jokes about other people dying. You can, but there's also a responsibility in what you say. So if you feel that you have the First Amendment right to say whatever you want, then people have their First Amendment right to push back and say, well, we don't agree with that. But to say because Jerry made a joke about himself dying, that means that my joke about Jerry dying is equally okay. Not true. And anybody who believes that BS, you're just unstable. Because there is a major difference about me making a joke about myself dying and somebody else making a joke about me dying. It's a crazy world we live in. A really crazy, wacky world. And I don't understand any of it. Nobody tells the truth. Nobody cares about anybody. Today's May Day. So I guess everybody was supposed to like stay home and not go to work, and I don't know what it was. There's so many different days that I don't even know what May Day was. I wouldn't even know what they were talking about. I just saw this thing that said, I'm not going to work, I'm not going shopping. And I was like, what is it about? I'm too busy. All these things that are going on. Everybody's very unhappy. Very, very unhappy. Let's bring some happiness back to the world. How could we possibly do that, Jerry? That's a good question. What do I have that would bring happiness back to the world? I wasn't thinking like that when I was picking songs tonight. I wasn't like, Jerry, pick happy songs. And now that I'm looking at a lot of them, not a lot of them are like happy and peppy. Because I guess I've been playing a lot of happy, peppy songs, and I was like, Oh, here we go. Here, this is happy, peppy. This is up tempo. The Harlem Gospel Travelers. I love the Harlem Gospel Travelers. I think they're good. I think their music is good. There you go, I said it. I do. But nobody cares about what I think. So you make up your own mind. Here's the Harlem Gospel Travelers. This one's called Look Up. The Harlem Gospel Travelers. Please check them out and support the Harlem Gospel Travelers. Look up.
Look up. Look up. When the world starts to get you down and you can't seem to raise your head, find yourself on the wrong side of town. Find out what somebody said. When you're falling down so long that you can't fall no more, or you're lost in a mess of loneliness, wondering which way you should go. You got to raise your gaze up above the haze and find yourself to better days. And if you search your heart and find the star and be on your way, look up. Look up. When I was a sinful man, I sinned both night and day. I didn't listen when they told me, son, you shouldn't be living this way. I became a stranger to the ones I love the most. And I played around from town to town, wondering from pillar to post. And I heard a voice and I made a choice that told me to lie in my Lord. And then I opened my eyes and I realized to get to heaven you take the high road. Look up when you can't see a way. Look up to a brighter day. Look up when the odds are against you. Look up, remember that heaven sent you. Look up when there's no one around. Look up, here is our love. Look up when you're living in fear. Look up, here what the world. Look up, I will look to the hills. Look up, from his help is my way. Look up, I said, oh, look up, said it comes from the Lord. Look up.
Harlem Gospel Travelers. Look up. And this is Iridescence. What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? From Bumpskey Bash 2003. Iridescence.
As I walk through this wicked world, searching for light in the darkness of insanity, I ask myself, is all hope lost? Is there only pain and hatred and misery? Cause each time I feel like slipping away, it just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about this love and understanding? Yeah. What's so funny about this love and understanding? Here we go, yeah! As I walk on through troubled times, where it gets so downhearted sometimes. So where I was wrong, who I should stand, where is that harmony, sweet harmony? 'Cause each time I feel it's a bit away, it just makes me wanna cry. What's so funny about his love and understanding? What's so funny about his love and understanding? Here we go, take it rock! Trusting. Where is that harmony, sweet harmony? 'Cause each time I feel it slipping away, it just makes me want to cry. What's so funny about this love and understanding? What's so funny about this love and understanding? What's so funny about peace, love, and understanding? Go! Hey, hey, hey!
Iridescence, Bumpskey Bash 2003. And this is Under the Sun. Under the Sun, this golden voyage. Nice. Nice.
Gone.
Alright, so that's Under the Sun. This Golden Voyage. And the story about Under the Sun is, when I first started doing this show, I did 12-hour shows. And the band contacted me and said, oh, those are pre-recorded shows, right? You don't actually do a 12-hour show, do you? And I said, oh, yeah, I do. And a lot of times it was way over 12 hours. Like, it would be from 12 noon in New York City to, like, 12 midnight in California. I would stay on until about 2 or 3 in the morning. And they were like, nah, they're recorded. You don't actually do that. And I said, well, if you're ever in the area, just drop by and you can check it out. And they did. One night I got a call and they were on tour. And they were like, hey, we want to stop in. We don't want to be on the show. We don't want to play on the show. We just want to see if it's real. And I was like, okay, sure, come on up. And they came. And I don't think they were on the show. I think they hung out for a little bit and listened to a couple of groups. And we talked off the air. I'm almost positive I didn't have any interview or anything like that on the air. And they got in their van and went on their way to their next gig. Which was kind of interesting. I had another similar experience where a band, they came all dressed up like they were going on a job interview or something. I guess they thought they were going to like a TV studio. And then they showed up here. And they weren't that impressed and didn't bring any instruments or anything. So that was an interesting interview. And Bumpskey and I we've seen some stuff. We've seen stuff that you haven't seen. All right, this goes out to Mr. Springsteen.
You're on the wrong side. You should be singing about the children who have died at the hands of illegals. No justice for them yet. They go unnoticed, but we won't forget. Born in the USA, voice of the working man. What happened to our hero and his love for this land? Hey. On the streets of Minneapolis, stealing our money every day, yet you protect them in your democratic way. It's us you should be helping with your protesting songs. Hey, Mr. Springsteen, you're wrong. Born in the USA, voice of the working man. What happened to our hero and his love for this land? say the sun is going down and I am turning on again. Insufficient glare, the line in your hair. You're always staring at me like I did something wrong. This is what you wanted. I don't even have to think about it. Sorry, all this, yeah. It's amazing how you think all the bones are weak. Sentences, I see that yours are about to break. This is what you wanted. Well, I don't even have to think about it. Sorry, all this, yeah. This is what you wanted. Well, I guess I'll have to think about it. Sorry, all this, yeah. I'm even wrong when I'm sleeping. Can't abide by the rules that I made for myself. We are written in someone else's decisions. All that we're thinking never comes into play. How was you sleeping? Shackles on my feet, no use for breathing. You were everything. This is what you really wanted. I guess I will have to think about it. Yeah. Time and time we told, realizing I wasn't watching. Please rewind the clock. Kid, don't forget this. It's never gonna stop. This is what you wanted. Yes, I'll have to think about it. Sorry, all this. This is what you wanted. Guess I'll have to think about it. Sorry, all this, yeah. Didn't want you anyway. Didn't want you there.
Fine spun. Sorry, live from the living room.
This is a Velvet Underground song called Pale Blue Eyes.
Michelle V. Velvet Underground song. Pale Blue Eyes. Michelle Vecchione doing a Velvet Underground song called Pale Blue Eyes. Pale Blue Eyes, Michelle Vecchione and band. At a bar that I supposedly never videotaped at, and nobody cares. Thank you. Thank you. Here. What's here? There's something right here. I don't know what it is. Well, we can get rid of that. So far, a therapy session seems to be okay. Right? Don't you think? I think so far it's okay. I'm enjoying it so far. The plot thickens. You see the lower left-hand corner over there? I'm wondering what that is. That's something right here. Not sure. Ooh, who knows? Anyway. Anywho, I just got rid of it. My divine wisdom. The king of internet broadcasting. That's what I am. That's who I am. So, before Michelle VV, we heard Fine Spun live in the living room. They did Sorry. And we started everything off in that set with Harry Zert. And he did, Hey, Mr. Springsteen. Hello, Mr. Springsteen. Remember all the innocent people that got killed by illegal immigrants into the country? Remember them? No, I do not remember that. So sorry. Well, I do. And so does Harry. And he wrote a song about it because he's way better than I am. And called Hey, Mr. Springsteen. Support Harry if you can. Do everything you can to try and support the artists. That's all I ask. Just short I ask. Just want people to support the artists. So that maybe they can create music for a living instead of having to do something that they hate to do. Do you know what that feels like? Possibly. I might. Rabbit. Right. Who likes the bass? Anybody out there like the bass? Let's show some love to James Rosacha. James Rosacha from the Dave Haywood Sauce Band. That's how I know about him. This is him playing some bass on a song called Lonely Child. child.
I don't know. I think the guys ran out of songs or something.
I don't know.
What do you think?
Maybe they're gonna do something acoustic.
Meeting the lines. No, actually, Joe, we're gonna do "Stepped on Me,"
All right.
and this song was when I changed into my new life, I called it, and I became a nicer guy and realized what's important in life. But anyway, and so I looked back on what I used to do, and I'm not going to say anything what I used to do.
Headbanger.
And this is for all the people that stepped on me, and it's called "Stepped on Me," and you can give them the big F you. I've been living out, and everybody says that I can't feel this way, and all my promises I've been living out, and everybody says that I can't feel this way, and you blanket me like I can't believe, and I blanket you. Say, feel in my arms. Say, feel within my arms. Say, feel in my arms. Say, feel within my arms. Say, feel in my arms. Say, feel within my arms. Say, feel in my arms. Say, feel within my arms. Within my arms. And everybody says that I can't feel this way again,
live in the living room. Stepped on Me. This is Neil Fox. TheRealNeilFox.com. Go check out Neil. We love Neil at the Bumpskey Show. Neil's super talented. Good guy. And will always be a part of the Bumpskey Show. Neil Fox. TheRealNeilFox.com.
I heard the terrifying news today. The lady said that I was full of hate. She said our history would die away. She said that we were never really great. And then she said I'd never be her brother. That we would have to pay for what we've done. That we could never learn to live together. And life would be much better when we're gone. Oh, won't you tell me what you see? Oh, are you a slave or are you free? We must open up our eyes long before we turn to dust. 'Cause the blind will never see good enough. Then someone said it's in our DNA, embedded in us from the very start. He told us how he struggles to this day, and many thought he spoke right from the heart. Then once again the lie was resurrected. Then once again they showed us how to hate. And once again our souls became infected. And violence and fear would be our fate. Oh, won't you tell me to see the good in all of us.
Neil Fox talking about the good in us. TheRealNeilFox.com. Go check him out. Neil is super talented dude, and we love Neil Fox here at the Bumpskey Show. Nicely done, Neely. Neil Aruno. And then before that, I guess we had Stepped on Me, right, by Flood. I think that's close to being correct. And then before that, Dave Haywood, Only Child. For anybody who likes bass, little space bass for you. Nice, Jerry. All right, so that's going to end today's therapy session. I hope you enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. I feel slightly better. A little sore, or pretty sore today, but I feel better spiritually. There. I also hope Jimmy Kimmel realizes that you could joke about your own death, and it's not a big deal. So if President Trump jokes about himself dying, that's one thing. But if somebody else, if he's joking about your death, a totally different thing. And if you don't get it, I don't know if I can really explain it to you then. It seems pretty obvious and straightforward. But to Jimmy Kimmel, if the president jokes about his own death, then Jimmy Kimmel's joke about the president's death is appropriate. No, you idiot. You're a moron. Anyway, who cares about Jimmy Kimmel? Nobody. Nobody, except for 20,000 nut jobs in the country, which is more than care about me, but in the scheme of things, nobody really cares about Jimmy Kimmel. If he's on, he's off. Because nobody ever bought something that Jimmy Kimmel said to buy or advertises that people weren't already buying. So do you think people bought more Hellman's mayonnaise because they advertised on the Jimmy Kimmel show? I think not. I don't think it mattered. But that's my personal assessment of the situation. Can you dig it? All right, I hope you can. All right, don't forget, be good to each other, take care of each other, love each other, respect each other. If you can't do all those things at once, start with respect. And once you respect somebody, you might care about that person. And if you respect and care about that person, you could learn to love that person. That's right. You could learn to love that person. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Wouldn't that make this a gorgeous, wonderful world? Stupendently wonderful and fascinating, wouldn't it? I think it would. But we're not there yet. I don't know if we'll ever get there. But it's worth trying. That's what I think. Right. For everybody else out there trying. Peace to all of yous. To all the yous, you know what I'm saying? Peace to you guys. And always remember, and never forget,
Chicken parm time.
it is truly chicken parm time here at the Bumpskey Show. Woohoo!
Get busy living or get busy dying. That's goddamn right.
If you could stand for our national anthem, that would be fantastic. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave? God bless the USA.